Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kodesh, double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is about the end of days, the times that we're in. And what I've been noticing in these end of days is an uptick in the number of individuals who are coming out and speaking about dreams and visions that they've received from the Lord, okay? And so it says in the book of Acts chapter 2 and verse 16, "But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith Yahweh Shemishai, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams." And this is literally what is happening right now. So this is coming to pass, okay? Literally. In real time, it's coming to pass. Many individuals are receiving dreams and visions from Yahweh Shemishai, and they're regarding the prophecies of the Lord, all right? Referring to really what I've seen so far, it's regarding the judgments that are coming, all right? And the judgments are coming, man, and they're very serious. Yahweh Shemishai has been warning the world about the things that are coming, the plague, the sword, the famine, the pestilences, the time of Jacob's trouble, a time like never before. And this female, she's going to speak about the dream of America being in complete chaos. As you can see, it's titled "Woman Shares Dream of Babylon in Complete Chaos." Babylon being referred to as America. Babylon is known as Mystery Babylon the Great in the scriptures. Well, in Revelation 17, and then, Babylon in other places in the scriptures, and posted by the brother, the Hopefully Elect 3. All right, so let's just take a listen to what she has to say.
Started seeing visions and videos of other people having the same exact dream and vision as me, and the predictions that are coming out even now are so similar to what I experienced. So I was here at work. It was a normal dream. It was a normal day. I was going home. We get there and my building is completely on fire. We go inside to try to get important things out, but by that time, everyone was in chaos. Everyone was outside, just like in the movie trailers that people are coming out with right now. Everyone was outside. Everyone was aggressive, really mean, really rude, just desperate for answers. And another common theme was that there was no power anywhere. There was no power. Buildings were on fire. Everyone's house was on fire. There was nowhere to hide. And I quote me thinking that in my dream. There was nowhere to hide. Down the street of where I live in real life, there's a 7-Eleven. So my sister and I go to 7-Eleven to check it out. No one is buying anything. A bag of chips is like $80 and nobody has $80.
Yup, that's the inflation that's getting ready to hit America and the rest of the world. A bag of chips. So there's food available, but people can't afford it because the bag of chips is $80. Okay? Times are really going to be getting bad, and the scriptures call it the time of Jacob's trouble, which Jacob's trouble is everyone's trouble. But it's referred to as Jacob's trouble because the Lord is only concerned regarding the children of Israel, and of the children of Israel a remnant to be saved, which is the elect of the nation of Israel. Jeremiah 13 verse 7, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So the elect will be saved out of Jacob's trouble, those who repent and are given the mercies from Yahweh Shemishai. But it's a time like never before, all right? And the nation of Israel has experienced some very terrible things, okay? But it's going to be the worst yet. And so what she's describing is the time of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 2nd Ezra chapter 16, which we are rapidly approaching that time.
So also police brutality. Like the cops were being so mean to everyone. So if you stole food, like even like a little seed, you're done. Like we even have no idea where they sent you. Probably to like some crazy concentration camp jail. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the spirit, man. That made her say probably some crazy concentration camp, because that's coming as too as well. All right, concentration camp, stuff like that. It's really going to be a very terrible time. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So this is what's coming, man. All right, and it says in verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. All right, so there's going to be chaos out in the streets. People aren't going to care about what the authorities have to say any longer. All right, because they'll be experiencing all of these things. The inflation, she said, a bag of chips is $80. So imagine by that point, people would have already lost their homes. People would have already lost possibly everything that they've owned. At that point, people will be experiencing various different levels of the suffering at various different points. All right, some will probably just be already in that state of mind where they're out there in the streets and they need to provide for themselves. All right, because they can't afford the food, they don't have no money to pay, they don't have anything. Okay, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, so martial law is coming. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See, so because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Let's listen to her.
Where they sent you. Probably to like some crazy concentration camp jail. I don't know. But, so no power, no gasoline, no money, no homes, no buildings to hide in, complete chaos, fire. Everyone was cold, inhumane, angry, not nice, famine. Forgot to explicitly say it, but there was a huge famine.
Wow. So there's a famine as well, because I only watched parts of the video, so this part is new to me. So she speaks about the famine too, right? But in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and this is probably going to be coming out like almost every single time at this point. Matthew 24 and verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Talking about the end of the rulership of the so-called white man. All right, the end of an era. The word here is aeon, which is a period of time and age. All right, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we've been through all that. All right. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, which is happening right now. Okay, because Ukraine versus Russia, Palestine, Israel against Palestine, Israel against Iran, etc., etc. All right, these different kingdoms and nations rising against one another, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So the earthquakes are frequent occurrence at this point, so common that people are just like, oh, another earthquake. The pestilences, we've heard about all kinds of different pestilences brewing. The veracity regarding their deadliness has been put into question many times based off of the narrative put out there. But regardless, there are pestilences that are out there that are brewing, and it will escalate, it will become worse, because the pestilence is going to in fact get to a point where it's going to ravage people, and people are going to be falling by the hundreds and by the thousands. So that is going to come for sure. And then the famines. Famine is a part of what we're supposed to be experiencing very, very soon. And then in verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So what she's describing to me is the time here, that these are the time of the beginning of sorrow. She's experiencing famine, inflation. The cities are cast down. All of these things, man. And it says it. 2 Ezra 15, Verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is what she's talking about. Great tribulation and the lack of bread, which is the famine. Boom. She's literally talking about the times that are coming. Okay?
Explicitly say it, but there was a huge famine. There was nowhere to hide. It was really scary, guys. It was chaotic, violent, and people were traveling by feet. People were hitchhiking. I mean, my sister and I hitchhiked. We separated from our family at one point. It was really scary, and I was at the end of my dream wishing that I had repented sooner.
Wow. Wow. You heard what she said? At the end of her dream, she had hope that she repented sooner. You know, and that is, it's a very serious, man, very serious and very spiritual for her to bring this out and to say that as well, because, you know, she could be an Israelite. You know, she could very well be an Israelite, and that's why, you know, maybe that part of it where she says she should have repented, because repentance is only for the Israelites. So, you know, that could be the spirit upon her, you know. But regardless of the fact, in general, regarding the Israelites, this is really what it is. All right, because the Lord has spoken about these things and have warned you people about it by way of the prophets of Yahweh Shemishai, you know, the vessels sent as the to deliver the words of the Lord. And you people, it's gonna be that same thing, man, that same spirit. It's gonna be too late. Okay? You're gonna have Israelites talking about, oh wow, with all this stuff going on, oh, they should have repented earlier, they should have sought the Lord. But that's what the scriptures say, okay, in Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. And the Lord can be found right now, but you won't be able to find the Lord in the days when the spiritual ark is closed. All right, because it was a physical ark before for that first death, which was what by way of the water. And now you have the second death that is coming, which is going to be by way of the fire. And there was a physical ark that was built then, but this is a spiritual ark that is being built right now, which is gathering the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. And that door is going to shut eventually, and then boom. And then but let me finish reading this. Like, the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. So the mercies of Yahweh Shemishai are endless and sure. All right. But you people, man, you people, the warning has been out there continuously, even now in these very last days, where the time is so hot regarding the development of Bible prophecy right in your people's faces. People still ignore it. So when, as it says in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20 going on down, the Lord has stretched out his hand and no man regarded. So when it is that the judgments are happening, right, then the Lord is going to laugh at your calamity, as the scriptures say. All right. Well, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. You know, very serious times are coming. I can't emphasize it, you know, and then, you know, when the time's coming, we're all going to be experiencing it. And what's going to be happening then? You know, our thoughts are going to be completely dominated by hoping to receive mercy from Yahweh Shemishai, as it already is right now. You know what I'm saying? For those of us that do believe, for those of us of the hopeful elect. All right. But as you can see, or as you heard, she's saying that even she and I think her sister were separated from their family. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a journey. It's going to be a hell of a journey for everybody. It's going to be a situation, and it's going to be very chaotic, and the chaos is going to be by design. And you see the famine, the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, who are these so-called white people, their ruling class. All right. They know that the famine is going to be the most perfect tool in order for them to really bring about chaos to the world. And they're going to do it. It says it in Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell. followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, which is America, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So they're going to be intentionally starving the people out. All right, the famine is going to be by design. Okay, and it's not only going to affect America, it's going to affect the entire world. All of these chaotic situations, order out of chaos, order and kill. All right, but besides the entire part where she was talking about what she saw, which is a vision, it's coming, man. 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16, it's all coming, man. Jacob's trouble, everything. Here in Revelation 6 verse 8, all of that regarding Bible prophecy. But also what really stuck out to me a lot is that part where she said, boy, she hoped she repented earlier. Yeah. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashim Kodesh. Shalom.